Senate Republicans have proposed legislation that would sell more than 3 million acres of federal land in 11 western states, including here in Nevada. Just last month, a smaller proposal to sell 65,000 acres of public land in Clark County was halted in Congress after being met with opposition. This new legislation is part of President Donald Trump's so-called Big Beautiful Bill. Senators want to sell the land to build more housing. And the new proposal is being criticized by Senator Cortez Masto. She released a statement saying in part, quote, "It is clear that this language was developed behind closed doors without input from critical Nevada stakeholders because it ignores provisions for affordable housing and eliminates funding Nevada relies on for our schools." And water conservation projects. If we truly want to support affordable housing and economic development in Nevada, everyone needs to be at the table.